Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Transcription number 9, part 2 from class Chandra, recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer. Start. Sir, it may not be necessary to continue these levies for a long time. Semicolon. Rather, I am inclined to think that before long it may be possible to give up some of them, at least full stop. I have very valid reasons to think so, full stop. Our public undertakings are coming to their own end. Some of our important irrigation and power projects have just been completed, full stop. Some others are nearing completion, and in due course, I think in the very near future, they must yield returns, full stop. This will go a long way to lighten the burden of the common man, full stop. Para. We might, sir, also resort to some other ways, full stop. I suggest that we might take to public trading in some way specific items of export and import, full stop. That would also certainly go a long way and help us, full stop. The private corporate sector has been steadily growing and has been developing capacity, full stop. It is sure to benefit from all these present concessions and develop greater capacity, full stop. This sector must come forward to meet new demands for taxation in the future, full stop. I agree that so far as indirect taxation is concerned, it has reached the saturation point, but the corporate sector, growing as it is in strength, in vitality and capacity, will not, full stop. I am sure, its responsibility to contribute to the common fund, full stop. I wish, sir, the committee which had been appointed to go into where the additional national income had gone, had entered upon its labors a bit earlier and had made its findings available to us, full stop. I do not want to state its findings, but I have feeling that the committee, when it concludes its labors, will come to the conclusion that a major portion of this additional national income has gone into the pockets of comparatively small number of men, small number of individuals, full stop. And it is they who must in future contribute their share to the country's taxation needs, because the profits they have earned are not all due to their own efforts and enterprise only, full stop. To a very large measure, they are the result of the economic policies of the government and due to certain other circumstances to which they did not contribute anything, full stop. Therefore, comma, there is ample justification for the two taxes, comma, the capital gains tax and the excess profits tax, full stop. I need not go in detail into all the reasons that my honorable friend has explained earlier so lucidly, but I must say that I entirely agree with them all, full stop. Having said this, comma, I would like to say a few words about allocations which have been made to the various ministries in the budget, full stop. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. PLD Passy number 24, recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer, start. Brief facts of the case are that the appellant filed a suit for declaration contending therein that his correct father name is Muhammad Munir, whereas result cards issued by respondent, his father name was wrongly mentioned as Munir Hussain, which is incorrect and ineffective upon his rights, full stop. The appellant asked the respondent to rectify above referred mistake, but the respondent refused, which necessitated this suit oblique appeal, full stop. The said suit was contested by the respondent through way of filing written statement, full stop, para. Both the parties produced their respective evidence, full stop. The learned trial court, after hearing the learned counsel for the parties, dismissed the suit of the appellant through impugned judgment and decree, full stop. Feeling aggrieved, the instant appeal has been filed, full stop, para. The learned counsel for the appellant contended that the impugned judgment and decree passed by the learned trial court is against the law and facts of the case, full stop. The learned trial court has not appreciated the evidence produced by the appellant and committed misreading and non-reading of evidence, due to which huge miscarriage of justice has been caused to the appellant, full stop. The suit of the appellant was based on true facts, but the learned trial court passed the erroneous judgment without applying judicial mind, full stop. The learned counsel for the appellant contended that the documentary evidence produced by the appellant in the shape of copies of his manual and computerized birth certificate as Exhibit P3 and Exhibit P4, copy of his CNIC as Exhibit P5, copy of his father CNIC as Exhibit P6 and copy of his passport as Exhibit P7 were totally ignored by the learned trial court while passing the impugned judgment and decree, full stop. The learned trial court has not discussed the matter in issue. Rather, findings of the learned trial court are upon jurisdiction only, regarding which no issue was framed. Full stop. Lastly, the learned counsel prayed for acceptance of this appeal and decree of the suit of the appellant. Full stop. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. PLD passage number 25 recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer. Start. The said suit was contested by the respondent by way of filing contesting written statement wherein he raised some preliminary objections and on facts controverted the whole averments of the plaintiff. Full stop. From the divergent pleadings of the parties, following issues were framed: issues number 1, whether the plaintiffs are entitled to decree for specific performance of agreement to sell, dated 31st October 2005, question mark OPP. Number 2, whether plaintiffs are entitled to alternate decree of rupees 6,50,000 along with profit, question mark OPP. Number 3, whether plaintiffs are entitled to decree for permanent and mandatory injunction regarding restraining the defendant to alienate, raise, construction, change nature of the suit property, question mark OPP. Number 4, whether the disputed agreement to sell is forged and bogus, question mark OPD. Number 5, whether suit of the plaintiffs does not lie legally, question mark OPD. Number 6, whether suit is time barred, question mark OPD. Number 7, whether this court lacks jurisdiction to entertain the matter, question mark OPD. Number 8, whether description and detail of property in the agreement to sell is given incorrect, due to which the suit is liable to be dismissed, question mark OPD. Number 9, whether plaintiffs filed false, frivolous and vexatious suit just to tease the defendant, question mark OPD. Number 10, relief, full stop, para. Both the parties produced their oral as well as documentary evidence, full stop. The learned trial court, after hearing the argument of learned counsel for the parties, dismissed the suit of the appellant through impugned judgment and decree, full stop. Feeling aggrieved, the instant appeal has been preferred, full stop, para. The learned counsel for the appellant contended that impugned judgment and decree passed by the learned trial court is against the law and facts of the case, full stop. The learned trial court has not appreciated the best evidence produced by the appellant and has committed misreading and non-readings of material available on the record, due to which huge miscarriage of justice has been caused to the appellant full stop. The learned trial court has not applied its judicial mind and dismissed the suit of the appellant in slipshod manner full stop. The documentary evidence produced by the appellant is sufficient to prove his version full stop. The appellant has proved the execution of agreement by way of production of marginal witnesses full stop. The appellants have proved the payment of consideration amount to the respondent through cogent evidence, but learned trial court ignored all this material evidence while dismissing the suit full stop. Lastly, the learned counsel prayed for acceptance of this appeal and setting aside the impugned judgment and decree full stop. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dan News Editorial Number 1, recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer. Start. The rating indicates a higher probability of default and a greater degree of investment risks amid weak debt affordability full stop. It also takes into account Pakistan's low growth rate and high exposure to extreme weather events, which can increase economic and social costs, with high debt servicing requirements, reducing the physical flexibility to undertake key expenditures on infrastructure and social initiatives full stop. Global rating agencies have long ranked the country among speculative grade economies, with very high credit risk owing to the liquidity crisis and external vulnerability challenges full stop. Para. A year ago, Moody's had downgraded Pakistan from CAA2 to CAA3, relegating it to almost the bottom of the riskiest markets, shortly after the IMF suspended its funding support due to the authorities' failure to meet the goals of the previous fund program full stop, that had seen Pakistan's foreign exchange reserves plunge and had raised concerns over the country's weakening ability to pay its foreign debt full stop. The agency kept the sovereign rating unchanged last summer, even after the IMF agreed to provide a short-term $3 billion loan to help Islamabad stabilize the economy and avert default full stop. Para. Moody's latest decision once again underscores that the fears of default, exacerbated by political uncertainty in the aftermath of the Feb 8 poll, will continue, unless a new larger loan agreement is reached with the IMF full stop. Political risks are high, it says, following controversial elections full stop. It says that there is a great deal of uncertainty regarding the new government's inclination and ability to quickly enter a new IMF program, which is needed to attract additional financing from other multilateral and bilateral partners in order to reduce default risks full stop. It also maintains that the forthcoming coalition government's decision making capacity will be severely constrained as its electoral mandate may not be sufficiently strong to pursue difficult reforms that will likely be required by a new IMF program full stop. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dan News editorial number 2 about democracy damaged, recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer. Start. President Arif Alvi has refused to exercise the prerogative till all reserved seats have been assigned, but NA Speaker Raja Parvez Ashraf has called a session on Thursday anyway to satisfy the constitutional deadline full stop. It is unclear, however, whether the latter has any authority to do so, which may throw the legality and legitimacy of Thursday's proceedings into question and trigger another court battle full stop. It appears that this fresh controversy could have been avoided had the ECP by now decided whether the Sunni Ittihad Council, which the majority of PTI backed independents have joined, deserves its quota of reserved seats or not full stop. The ECP was supposed to decide the matter in an open hearing yesterday but adjourned the proceedings again, leaving the matter hanging full stop. The issue at hand is not a unique case, and several past precedents have been cited that seem to support the SICS claim to its share of reserved seats for women and minorities full stop. In any case, the power to decide the matter rests with the ECP full stop. Why, then, is it allowing the controversy to linger, from its complicity in the failure to hold timely elections for the KP and Punjab assemblies to its role in delaying the general elections over a controversy ridden census, from its failure to ensure a free, fair and inclusive environment for electioneering to its floating of myriad rules and laws governing the electoral process on election day, and thereafter the charge sheet against the ECP has not stopped growing full stop. Having the country's laws not been trampled upon enough question mark. Does the foundation of the 16th National Assembly also need to be laid on a violation of constitutional process question mark para? There were immense expectations attached to the democratic process over the past year, with millions hoping it would provide them a pathway to deliverance from the many crises afflicting the country. Full stop. Instead, the nation witnessed once again how casually constitutional schematics can be subverted when the powerful decide to rob the public of its voice. Full stop. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. PLD passage number 22, recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer. Start. The complainant made foundation of his castle upon the evidence of PW1 to PW3. Full stop. The complainant has also relied the evidence of CW1 and CW2. Full stop. According to version of the complainant, he was owner of 38 Kinal, 18 Marla in village Veer Singh Wala, Tehsil Chunia. Full stop. The only question, which requires determination, in possession over the disputed property by the complainant and dispossession by the hands of accused persons. Full stop. The documentary evidence produced by the complainant pertains the names of the complainant as owner of property in village Veer Singh Wala. Full stop para. The revenue record does not indicate the incident oblique occurrence took place on 10th December 2018. Full stop. The Illegal Dispossession Act 2005 is a special law and has a narrow scope. Full stop. The question of title as well as legal right cannot be determined while deciding the complaint under the provision of this act. Full stop. In the peculiar provisions of this act, it was obligatory upon the complainant to establish the illegal dispossession from the property. Full stop. The private complaint as well as PW1 is silent regarding manner of occurrence. Full stop. Non-detail of occurrence is mentioned by the complainant. Full stop. Stereotype allegations are leveled against the accused persons. Full stop para. Amazingly, the complainant was present at the place of occurrence, but no altercation between the parties took place at the place of occurrence. Full stop. Even the complainant has not sustained even a single injury during the occurrence. Full stop. The complainant never intimated the concerned police station or 15 emergency on the day of occurrence full stop. Both the parties are resident of the same village full stop. During the cross examination of PW1 and PW2, it transpires that family of the accused person is residing in the village for the last many years full stop. It has been admitted by the witnesses that the family of the accused are also owner of agricultural land in the village full stop. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Transgender identity from Dawn News, recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer. Start. The question of the compatibility of the transgender persons in bracket protection of rights bracket close Act of 2018 with Islamic values, which has been contested in a long running case being heard by the Federal Shariat Court, should be laid to rest full stop. The petitioners in the case had moved the court to strike down two important provisions in the law: the question of who is to be considered a transgender person, as well as an individual's right to be recognized according to their perceived gender identity full stop. The court subsequently invited a number of people, including representatives from the transgender community, to join the proceedings and plead their perspectives on the matter full stop. The move, though, commendable for giving an equal voice to all stakeholders, has also considerably prolonged deliberations full stop. This has meant that all those who will be affected by the cases eventually outcome continue to live under a shadow full stop. The law in question marked a major milestone in Pakistan's journey to enshrine the rights of individuals whose gender identities are at odds with their biological sex, either due to an accident of birth or castration, etc. full stop. However, the petitioners and like-minded individuals have argued that granting people the right to self-identity as male or female is against religion and opens the door to homosexuality full stop. This is a similar argument to the one brought forth by the JI in a bill presented to the Senate earlier, full stop. It sought the formation of a medical board that would control who could seek a gender change rather than leaving the matter to individuals' personal identification. These arguments reflect an unfortunate and misinformed view of what it means to be transgender. Full stop. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. PLD Passy number 21, recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer. Start. As far as the claim of plaintiffs for recovery of Dory articles is concerned, the plaintiff averred that she was given articles of Dory as per list annexed with the plaint worth of rupees 7,90,000. Full stop. The list of the Dory articles has been produced as Exhibit P2. Full stop. Perusal of this list showed that same was prepared at the time of institution of the suit rather than at the time of marriage. Full stop. The plaintiffs have also produced receipts of purchase of articles as Exhibit P4 to Exhibit P8. Full stop. Para. Furthermore, it is a tradition of our society that at the time of marriage, parents give dowry articles to their status. Full stop. But nothing has been produced to establish strong financial status of parents of plaintiff number 1. Full stop. Furthermore, articles mentioned at serial numbers 29, 32 to 36 are dresses and shows which must have been used during subsistence of marriage, so to the extent of these articles claim is dismissed. Full stop. Para. Whereas claim for gold ornaments is concerned, the plaintiff had stated that she was given gold ornaments mentioned in the list. Full stop. The plaintiff had produced receipt regarding purchase of these ornaments as Exhibit P8. Full stop. The plaintiff's contention in plaint was that defendant had ousted her from his home. He had never paid a single penny. Full stop. During this desertion in plaint as well as in evidence, plaintiff has not mentioned any specific date, day, comma, year, comma, time, and reason of the alleged auster full stop. The plaintiff has not produced any cogent and inspiring confidence evidence to prove the fact of being ousted by defendant full stop. The plaintiff has failed to prove alleged ouster, and in our society ladies mostly keep their ornaments with them while leaving husband's house full stop. The plaintiff failed to prove this claim through cogent and inspiring confidence evidence full stop. So, comma, this claim is rejected full stop. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Transcription number 10, part 2 from Class Chandra, recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer. Start. So far as the government policy is concerned, comma, we find that a sum of rupees 4 crores has been allowed to be invested this year. Full stop. We do not know how it is to be used up. Full stop. We have been told that during the period 1948 to 53, nearly rupees 35 lakhs have been allowed to be invested in textile machinery and generally in the textile industry. Full stop. We have seen to what extent cotton and jute have been dominated by the national capital and to what extent they play the role as against the demand for them. Full stop. We know further what the government is doing in regard to these industries and how the Indian counterpart in these industries are behaving. Full stop. Then, why this further penetration of foreign capital? Question mark para. Even in regard to the expansion scheme, we find that paints, soaps, electric fans and machine tools are some of the industries where the government is allowed foreign interest to establish or expand their factories. Full stop. It will adversely compete with the production of the country, when the indigenous producers do not find any market in this sphere. Full stop. Therefore, we have got to see to what extent the capital issue has been regulated by this government and particularly by the finance department, so that the national well-being of the country could be guaranteed. Full stop para. Then, we have got to look into the fact as to how far the new industries are allowed to function. Full stop. So far as the oil refineries are concerned, some of them have been established and some more are going to be established very soon. Full stop. in the control of the administration, the Indians have no share, full stop. There are only preference shareholders and they have no voice in the management, full stop. So far as the administrative aspect in this industry is concerned, the most important part of it is the technical know how, full stop. They do not guarantee that they will train the Indians, full stop. That means they say, even after 20 years, we will have to face the problem of the know how in respect of the oil refineries, full stop. I do not know why the government are showing softness to foreigners in this matter, full stop. Para. Then, we have another investment in collaboration with the Indian chemical industries for the manufacture of civil, explosives, full stop. Here, as far as I have gathered, only 20% is going to be Indian capital, full stop. The majority of the shares will remain with the Indian chemical industries, full stop. Nobody else has been allowed to make any investment, full stop. It would have been better if other companies and private individuals had been given an opportunity to purchase the shares, full stop. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Transcription number 10, Part 1 from Class Chandra, recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer. Start. In discussing the demands for grants of the finance minister, we have got to see to what extent the administration of this particular ministry has led to the development of our national wealth and the securing of the welfare which our state claims to have in view, full stop. Para. Madam, we must try to analyze very carefully the working of this particular ministry, because it is not merely a department of the government, so to say, but it is the nerve center of the administration of the country, full stop. I would like first to refer to the role of foreign capital, because in determining the manner in which the permission of capital issues has been granted by the particular administration, we should keep in our mind to what extent the interests of our nation have been served, full stop. I fully endorse the statement which the previous speaker has made so far as repatriation of the investments made by foreigners and of profits are concerned, full stop. We have dealt with this topic quite a number of times, and I do not want to reiterate anything apart from only sporting what the honorable member, who just spoke, said, full stop, para. I would now like to deal with the investments of foreigners in India, full stop. Madam, the government of our country accepted the proposition that in allowing foreign investment, it should come in only in such industry and such form of production wherein our national investors will not come forward and in which technical skill is wanted, full stop. There is also one other factor which the industrial policy of our government of 1948 as adumbrated further in 1949 by the Prime Minister laid down, full stop. It specifically said that the control and ownership of such concerns should, as far as possible, be in the hands of Indian nationals, and the technical know-how of our country should be developed, full stop. I would like to emphasize the figures that have been put forward for the last few years, full stop, from 1947 till the end of 1952, or the early part of 1952, it has been reported that rupees 19 crores of foreign capital I have been allowed to be invested in our country, full stop. Of that, particularly more than rupees 6 crores have been allowed to be invested in managing agency and trading enterprises. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Transcription number 9, part 2 from class Chandra, recorded by Muhammad Adnan Yunus, stenographer. Start. Sir, it may not be necessary to continue these levies for a long time, semicolon. Rather, I am inclined to think that before long it may be possible to give up some of them, at least, full stop. I have very valid reasons to think so, full stop. Our public undertakings are coming to their own, and some of our important irrigation and power projects have just been completed, full stop. Some others are nearing completion, and in due course, I think in the very near future, they must yield returns, full stop. This will go a long way to lighten the burden of the common man, full stop, para. We might, sir, also resort to some other ways, full stop. I suggest that we might take to public trading in some way specific items of export and import, full stop, that would also certainly go a long way and help us, full stop. The private corporate sector has been steadily growing and has been developing capacity, full stop. it is sure to benefit from all these present concessions and develop greater capacity full stop. This sector must come forward to meet new demands for taxation in the future full stop. I agree that so far as indirect taxation is concerned, it has reached the saturation point, but the corporate sector, growing as it is in strength, in vitality and capacity, will not full stop. I am sure, its responsibility to contribute to the common fund full stop. I wish, sir, the committee which had been appointed to go into where the additional national income had gone, had entered upon its labors a bit earlier and had made its findings available to us full stop. I do not want to state its findings, but I have feeling that the committee, when it concludes its labors, will come to the conclusion that a major portion of this additional national income has gone into the pockets of comparatively small number of men, small number of individuals full stop, and it is they who must in future contribute their share to the country's taxation needs because the profits they have earned are not all due to their own efforts and enterprise only full stop. To a very large measure, they are the result of the economic policies of the government and due to certain other circumstances to which they did not contribute anything full stop. Therefore, there is ample justification for the two taxes, the capital gains tax and the excess profits tax full stop. I need not go in detail into all the reasons that my honorable friend has explained earlier so lucidly, but I must say that I entirely agree with them all full stop. Having said this, I would like to say a few words about allocations which have been made to the various ministries in the budget full stop.